Hello and welcome to another revision video. Today we're looking at the Foundation Tier Revision Workbook from Edexcel, and we're doing page 20 or topic 20, and this is the number version of problem solving practice. We're doing this for my year 11s. We're about to go into a round of mocks, and a bit of problem solving is perfect for revision. Okay, question 1. Find 4 different prime numbers that add together to get a number greater than 30 and less than 40. So for this, I'm going to start by listing the prime numbers that I know. So I'm going to start with 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17, and that should be enough. And then if I start quite large, so those two currently add up to 30, so that's bigger than I require. So 30 and another 5 would be 35, so that's slap bang in the middle. That's not the only combination, but that's the one that I'm going to go for. Okay, question 2. Crisps cost 35p per packet. A bottle of lemonade costs £1.35. Nigel buys 5 packets of crisps and 1 bottle of lemonade. He pays with a £10 note. Work out how much change he should get. We've got 35p and he buys 5 of them. So we're looking at 0.35 times by 5. I'm going to assume that this is a non-calculator, so I'm going to keep this nice and simple. I know that 2 lots of that is going to be 0.7, and I want, so in effect, just to make that a bit more straightforward for me, I'm going to do 0.7 plus 0.7, so that's 2 lots, plus 0.35, so that's going to be 1.4 plus 0.35, so that's going to give me a total of, this isn't set out very well, so 1.75. So that's how much he spends on crisps. Then we've got 1 bottle of lemonade, so we need to add on to that £1.25. So that's going to give us, so I'll do 1.75 plus 1.25 is going to give me £3. So if he pays with a £10 note, my final step then is going to be the £10 note minus the £3, so that's going to be £7. So he would get £7 change. Question 3. Here is part of a menu in Harry's Cafe. Abby, and so we've got our menu over here. Abby buys some cups of coffee. She has £15. Work out the greatest number of cups of coffee she can buy. Okay, so in effect, the sum that we want to do is 15 divided by 1.4. And we could do this a number of ways. We could treat that as 150 divided by 14. We could say that 10 lots of 1.4 is going to be 14, and then work out how many. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So I'm going to say that 10 times by 1.4 is equal to £14. And we couldn't buy another one, so that 10 seems quite straightforward. So if we buy 10 cups, it will cost us £14. They've got £15. We can't buy another one, so we can only buy 14 cups. Okay, question 4. A shop sells packets of sweets. There are 36 packets of sweets in each box. In November, the shop sold all of the packets of sweets in 120 boxes. In December, the shop sold all the packets of sweets in 230 boxes. Work out the total number of packets of sweets the shop sold. Okay, so we've got 36 times by 120 and then 36 times by 230. I'm going to make this slightly easier on myself. So the total number of boxes, work out the total number of packets. So the total number of boxes sold is going to be 120 plus 230. So that's going to be a total of 350 packets, 350 boxes sold. So we need to do 350 times by 36. So I'm going to set this up over here as just 36 times by 35, and then I'm going to add a 0 on afterwards. So 5 times by 6 is going to be 30. I need a bit more space for this, so I'm just going to actually do it over here. So I'm doing 36 times by 35. So 5 times by 6 is 30. 5 times by 3 is 18. 0 in the units column now. 3 times by 8. So 3 times by 6 is going to be 18. 3 times by 3 is 9. 1 is 10. So add those up. 0, 16. So 120. 1,260, but then I need to add on a 0 because I'm multiplying by 10. So 12,600. Part B. Vans deliver boxes to the shop. A van can carry 72 boxes. Sandra wants 452 boxes. Sandra works out she needs 6 vans to deliver the box. Is she correct? You must show how you got your answer. So to try and keep this as simple as I can, I'm going to do just 6 times by 72 and then compare it to 554. So got enough room to do this over here. So 72 times by 6. So 6 times by 2 is 12, and then 6 times by 7 is 42, 43. So is she correct? No, she would not have enough. No, she would need more vans. Okay, question 5. Which of these fractions is larger, 2/3 or 3/5? You must show clearly how you got your answer. So I'm going to treat these as divisions. I want to convert them both to decimals. Now I actually know what both of these would be as decimals, but let's just assume I don't. So 3 divided by 2.00. I'm just going to add a few zeros. So 3's don't go into 2, but there would be 2 left over. 3's go into 20, 6 times with 2 remainder. This pattern. So 2/3 is equal to 0.6 reoccurring. Then 3/5, I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to go 5's into 3, and I'm going to go 3.0. I could put more zeros, but I don't need to. 5's go into 3 0 times with 3 left over, 3 left over. 5's going to 36 times. So 3 over 5 is equal to 0.6. So which one is bigger? So 2/3 is bigger. And then question 6. A machine makes 48 bolts every hour. The machine makes bolts for 7.5 hours each day on 5 days of the week. The bolts are packed into boxes. Each box contains 30 bolts. How many boxes are needed for all of the bolts made each week? So my method for this is slightly up to me. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do, so in effect, the total sum that I need to do is 48 multiplied by 7.5 multiplied by 5, and then divide that by 30. So that's the sum that I need to do. I'm going to take a few shortcuts then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my division by 5 first of all and create a 6 there. Then I'm going to say that 6 goes into 48 a total of 8 times. So I'm going to cancel there as well. And I'm just going to do 8 times by 7.5. So 8 times by 7.5 is, 8 times by 7 is going to be equal to 56. And then 8 times by a half is going to be 4. So add those together, I'm going to get 60 boxes. And if you didn't do it that way, you did it the full multiplication and then divided by 30, that's absolutely fine. You'll get to 60. I'm just hinting that this is a slightly more efficient or quicker method. Okay, so that's that page. I hope you found that useful. Feel free to comment or question and subscribe if you like.